In this tutorial, we have 5 parts. First, we'll create all audio composition for audio spectrum and other effects. Next part will be AllStar's composition, Star Helix with applied rotation, lightning, and particles. Next, we'll convert audio to keyframes via audio amplitude. Then we'll apply Magnify effect to the Star Helix. The last part would be the final composition for compiling both AllStar and AllAudio for our final video render. First, we'll open After Effects application. We'll be creating our first part of the composition named AllAudio. For the size, we'll be using quad high definition, 29.97 frames per second, 3 minutes duration with a black background. Next is to create a solid layer for audio spectrum. Now we'll import the audio file and the Star Helix image file. Drag the audio file to the AllAudio timeline. Go to the effects panel, search for the audio spectrum and drag it into audio spectrum layer in the timeline. On the effects control, change the settings for audio spectrum. With the start point K in 0 and 780 for horizontal and vertical values. For endpoint, K in to 304 and 780. 3000 for end frequency. 200 for frequency bands. 2000 for maximum height, 125 for duration, -20 for audio offset, 5 for thickness, and 0 for softness. Side B for side option. An audio layer changed to the audio file. Go to effects panel and search for polar coordinates and drag it into the effects control window. Now change the value 100 for the value of interpolation, and for conversion, change to rect to polar. Now let us check the preview. Let us apply a mirror effect for the right side half part and change the center of reflection to 1280 and 780 respectively. Now add the second mirror effect to mirror the top half to the bottom half and change the setting of angle to 90 degrees. Now let us check the update in the preview. Next is to apply a 4 gradient color effect, and for now we'll accept the default colors, then followed by the glow effect and use default values also. Now go to timeline and duplicate audio spectrum layer by pressing Ctrl D. Click the number 2 layer to make it current. Scroll down and select mirror 2 and delete it. Change side options to side A. Scroll up and change the vertical value of start point to 750. Same 750 for vertical value of end point. 130 for end frequency and 142 for duration. Now let us check the updates in the preview. Activate the project panel, click on the Star Helix and drag it towards the timeline. Next is to adjust the scale value inside the transform to 450. We'll then put a rotation effect to the Star Helix For now, we'll use the default values of 10 degrees. We'll then add a glow effect and change the value of threshold to 50. $200 for radius, 1 for intensity, select none for composite, select luminosity option for operation. Now drag the glow effect to the topmost of all effects. Next step is to go to the timeline and duplicate the Star Helix. Go to the Effect panel and search for the Advanced Lightning and drag it to the timeline under Star Helix layer. Select Anywhere option for the lightning type, 1.5 for conductivity state, enable and click the checkbox for Decay Main Core. Now click and drag the origin approximately in the center. And also click and drag the outer radius as shown. Now select Spline option for Fractal. Now go to the timeline and duplicate again the Star Helix. Go to the Effect panel and search for the Particle Systems and drag it to the timeline under the Star Helix layer number 6. Change the birth rate to 10 and also a value of 10 for longevity. Select Twirl option for animation, 0.5 for velocity, set the gravity to 0, 40 for resistance, enable and click the checkbox for Source Alpha Inheritance, set the random seed value to 2, change the forking value to 100, now let us check the update in the preview window. At this point, we need to create another composition named AudioMusic. Make the project panel current, select the audio file and drag it to the timeline. Right-click the layer and select Keyframe Assistant and convert audio to keyframes. Go to the timeline and expand the effects subcontrols and delete left channel and the right channel. Next is select all the Star Helix layers. Right-click and select Pre-Compose from the pop-up window. Type the new composition named AllStar. Delete the other AudioMusic compo in the project panel. Now go to Effect panel and search for the Magnify effect and drag it to the timeline of layer number 1 for Star Helix. Change magnification value to 100, size to 1100, and blending mode to none. Add plus left mouse click the watch icon to edit the Magnify expression. We'll copy and paste this expression shown here. Hereafter, we'll proceed to create another composition named Final Compo. Go to the project panel and select AllAudio composition and drag it to the timeline. Same goes to AllStar composition and drag it to the timeline above AllAudio composition. Now let us check the completed preview of our Star Helix audio visualizer.